Alright, today I'm gonna try this variation, I think it's an English opening of sorts. I don't really know, because I'm not like a huge studier of chess. I'm trying to be a little bit more, but, I mainly just kind of play it by ear, if you will. But, I think this is one opening that's considered to be a variation of an English opening. It's not like a known regular opening, and I don't want to say I'd created it because it seems silly, but maybe it's somewhat of a not so used opening and it might not be considered good. I'm sure many people watching this video might be thinking, hey, you're an amateur, you're a beginner, you see I'm only rated at 374. This is for bullet chess, specifically 1 minute bullet chess. So I'm going to go ahead and play a few rounds. I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 matches with this variation on English opening. I might try a couple of variations of it. And I played it in most of my games on my other videos. If you watch some of my other videos, let me know if you're dropping by. I certainly appreciate you listening in. A like or a subscription is always welcome, of course, as well, if you like the content. But I'm going to go ahead and just start these games here and just see what happens. And you can see this opening I use is generally, like I said, I think a variation on an English opening. And let's just see if I can remember how it works on this pink platform here, which I haven't used, but thought it'd be different, something different for today. And let's just see how it goes. Here. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you see I'm opening up 3 peculiar pawns there. I could open up a couple more. I might open up these ones here in the beginning too, but that takes a little longer, and I don't necessarily want them to develop certain pieces if I can help it. So let's just see. They're using up their time. You can see I have 1 minute matches here, so I could easily, run out of time if you're not careful. Now, I don't know if this is not really falling in according to my plan. A lot of times I'll try to develop a line here or a line here, just depending on what's happening. Now they're getting. See here, I don't know if that's a great idea. They're kind of opening up that side. Let's go ahead and just take that and trade whatever, and kind of put some pressure on up here. I don't know if that's going to do anything for us. Force them to take that move, and then move that up there. And try to follow my plan if possible. Now they have their queen in place, so this is not good. And actually, my queen is just right there hanging. Probably gonna take it. Wow, they did not take my queen. That is just insane. But now they can still take it. So, like I said, just a variation on English opening, which I don't know is going to work for us. But let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and move the queen out of the way in this case instead of taking that. And just, actually, I'm not really set up for that because their queen is right there. Now, how could I threaten that queen? Is that possible? Let's just take this. Probably going to check maybe in some way I can't see right now. Okay. Let's just put that there and see what they do next. This ain't going to be a checkmate, but can't really do much more. Now they're running out of time, so maybe I can stall. Try that. Boy, what can I do next? I might not have been expecting that one. Checkmate. Wow. That was a little bit, I was surprised it actually worked out. So let's go ahead and try another one. You see that variation, that English opening, it didn't necessarily go according to plan in every way, but we did get a checkmate. Yeah, I missed 4 moves, made some not so great moves in the mix. But let's see here. Okay, let's try this another one here. Rematch. We're gonna do a rematch here, and I'm sorry, not rematch. New game with another. I'm playing online, so you can see that person was rated lower than me. They're pretty beginner level. I'm beginner too, but okay. Try this. I think they're gonna castle. Okay, so in that case, I can move this up here. Let them take that if they want. Whatever. I'll, okay, they're moving. Threatening my. See if they take this bishop. Yeah, sure enough, they did. That's the bishop I need. But let's see if we can move this in place. want to move this pawn over here. It's either going to take my rook. Should I do this? I'll just risk it, whatever. Wow, that actually worked out, a checkmate. So you can see this English opening kind of, I don't know if it's an English opening. Like I said, that's what I gathered so far. But I'm not saying it's going to necessarily get you some great rating. You can see I'm only at 389 right now. But of course I do vary it up. Now you want to, like, learn your middle game that you could use in various scenarios, if it doesn't go according to your main plan with this approach. Let's try another one here. We're going to try another. This is the third game here. And you can see I'm using this opening again. This is online, so I'm playing against other players. No disrespect to any of them. A lot of these people are actually pretty good. Anybody can lose at any time. It's like, anybody can miss. But, I blunder all the time on here, so. But let's just see if this works out again. Now, I'm kind of trying to, I'm pulling that pawn forward a bit. I'm letting them take that pawn. Now, I'm kind of, setting this line up, even though it's not really open. Let's try to, maybe they'll castle, possibly. That's not the best. But let's see what happens here. Checkmate. Oh, I missed that. Totally obvious, really. Okay, so you see that's 2 out of 3. Let's try another. Now, that one could have been prevented if I had been keeping a better eye out. Okay, this one here, we're going to try it this way. You see I'm doing this unpopular E3 move. Now there. Okay. Let's move that up. You see they're taking that. So let's move this over here anyway. Just to hopefully they'll castle. They did castle. Okay, so let's take this. Not sure this is the best approach, but let's. So, okay, they're gonna do that. Now, still, okay, they're gonna take my rook. I think they got my rook, right? No. Wow. Okay, so you can see it's kind of a sly little opening there. And what's that? 3 out of 4. Let's try another one here. Like I said, not everybody's like this ain't super high level. Now other people at higher levels get more clever. They see your traps, stuff like that. Let's try it again and just see. I'm just kind of sticking with this one opening for a few times. So I'm not sure if I, like I'm not saying I invented this opening or anything like that. But I'm just saying I don't really see it any other place in this particular form. So they're not really castling over there, so just take over here. Maybe they'll take that pawn. Yeah, I think they probably will. Move back down here if I want. If they're not castling, it doesn't look like. So I'll try some kind of variation. What could I do? Let's see, they got that in the way. Now the queen is open, so I want to move it maybe back over here for now. So, see if we can stay alive here. Now, they are not creating the opportunity I'm looking for. I don't know if this is good. Let's see. I have to sacrifice this knight just to open up this king a little bit somehow. Whatever. Let's try this. Let's see what happens here. Will this develop into anything good? Gonna put them into check. What can I do here? Threaten this knight. So I'm trying to keep the pressure on. Really want to keep the time going too, because you can run out of time easily. See, I have less time than they do. That's not good. Should have probably moved that pawn up first. Okay, they're taking that. Boom. Sweet. Okay. And check. I don't know if this is going to work out. Still have some stuff to do. We still got work to do. We got work to do. We got a job now. Okay, we got check. see here if we can maintain here. What can I do? Check. Whatever. Let's trade. Okay, and put that right there. I don't know. Let's see. That works, I think. Boy, okay, they won because I ran out of time, so that's not good. I had a better position, but I ran out of time. So that's why I just wanted to keep moving fast, kind of. I might have won on time, even if I had made a couple mistakes. Had some okay moves in there, I think, but I did miss a lot. Let's try this again. I'm trying to stay according to my plan as much as possible, which is this right here. It's not really the way I want that to go down. Okay. Just move this over here. Let's take a pawn or two. Now they're going to take that, so we don't really want that. If we can help it. Now, are they going to castle? Say maybe like 70% of the time they'll castle. Like this, probably setting it up right now. Let's see what they do. Do they castle? Yep, of course. Okay, so put that knight at risk. We can always take it if we really need to. Now there's this bishop right here, so what can we do? We can put this over here. And try to scare it away. I don't know if this is going to do the trick. That's not great. I can just take that. Let's see here. How about... Oh, boy. Let's try this. I'm going to try to... Oh, whoops. Don't want to do that. Let's put that there. I don't know if that's a good idea either. So I'm just trying to break through. And nothing I can take that with. I want to move there, maybe not. Let's move right here. Put the rook in the spotlight. Hey, what can we do? Can't take that. Sure, people here are seeing obvious moves that I'm not seeing. So let me know if you see a break where I could have done something better, or maybe you're listening in. And, appreciate you listening in. Let's go and take that. Maybe we can remove that out of the way. That would be good. And hopefully not losing my... Okay. This is developing. No. Let's see. How about that? They're gonna move over here. No, not quite. Boy. Whatever, let's just do this. Don't take it. Yep, okay. What can I do from here? What is the best move? Let's see. I get a little bit anxious when it gets like into a position. Timeout. I won on time, so luckily I was able to hold the monster. The reason why it pays to just keep your pace. And like I said, there's a variation of English Open that I'm using. You can see it's not necessarily killing it, but I did win most of these games so far. So let's try that. And if you know that opening, you can kind of move quickly a lot of the times. Whoops, that's messing me up right there. So let's try this. I'm not going to take that. Let's see, I can start moving this stuff up, I guess. Wait, hold on, what can we do with that? We can move that right there. What are they going to do? They're going to threaten my king, of course. Okay, that's not good. Because it's taking out the space I need. Definitely taking some of my material. What can I do here? Let's see. Can I just... Here, this is a long shot. Getting messed up on this one. That happen? No, it's not checkmate anyway. Let's see here. Move that out of the way. That gonna do anything for us? Probably not gonna quite open it up the way we need. Trying to keep the pace going with this 1 minute, so you don't have a lot of time. You just kind of make the first move sometimes. Best move you can make. Ouch, that's not what I need. Check. Chickadee check. Yep. Boy, should I take that? Not quite yet. I can move this bishop over here. Chickadee check. Okay. Not gonna put. Is this gonna do anything for us? I'm now trying to hold this one off. This is not going great. Checkmate. Wow. Actually pulled that one off. I'm surprised with myself. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let me go ahead and try another one here. Let's see. 6 best moves and 6 excellent moves. Kind of proud of that one. That's a little bit more than my average, I would say, as far as good moves. Try one more match here and just see how this opening does again. You see, it's not totally working out according to plan. Usually at this level, a lot of them will see what I'm doing. If they castle here, I have a lot of options to do that yet. They have to clear out their pieces. Okay, here, what are we doing here? What's that? What's that about? Immediately put your queen right there. Should I just trade? Should I just move out of the way? Why not? Let's see what happens. I normally, a lot of times, half the time we'll trade, but this time I'm not trading the queen right away, at least. Probably losing her in a minute. Probably blunder. Right. So thanks for listening in, though. Let me know if you get anything out of any of these games, these matches here. Wish I had a bishop right on this line, but I don't. So what should I do? That. Move right here. Hold them off. Know what I can do here, because they always pop up with something like that right there. See that? Messing me up. Okay. Maybe we'll slip out of this. Get out of a traffic ticket. Okay, so they're going to try that game. And I can't just easily do much here. Let's try that, I guess. They got, what did I just miss? How did I miss that? Boy, I just missed that. Sacrifice a piece. Should I move in? Sure about that. Wow, that was actually checkmate. Anyway, I wasn't 100% sure if that was going to be checkmate, but I was just trying to keep an eye on this side of the board. But actually, what? I got over 400 now, so that's cool. Whatever. I've been over 400 before a few times. It's not like I can't do that if I try. But, trying to see if I can maybe raise that. At the same time, I'm not as focused on that as much as I am trying to try some variations and learn a bunch of different scenarios and setups, positions as much as I can a little bit. So, I don't get so much time to play. But, let me know if you watch this video. In the meantime, you might check out another video I might have here. And let me know what you think of this opening. I know a lot of people don't like to open up with this pawn to e3 or whatever it is that I do You see, I'm doing it both with white and black. I don't know if it's so much better with one or the other. I'm sure someone that's on here listening is much more knowledgeable about chess. Would share your thoughts and insights. What opening do you prefer to use? Let me know. All right, see you in the next video, and maybe check out another video in the meantime. Have a great one.